Hi RedZone Community. Wir sind heute für euch in Straubing beim Premier Players International Programm. Name is Collier. Brandon, hello. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Brandon Collier from Cleveland, Ohio. 32 years old. Been playing football for since I was 9 and just stopped 2 years ago. Was finished up at the Frankfurt University. I went on to play college football at University of Massachusetts. Got a full scholarship there. In 2011, after I finished my career, I went to Vienna to play for the Vienna Vikings. And after going to Vienna, I had a short stint in the NFL with the Philadelphia Eagles. Was on injury reserve, got injured. Played the next 2 years in Canada for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Then finished up my career, as I spoke, in Frankfurt, playing with the. Also had a small stint for the Swarco Raiders in Innsbruck, and like I said, finished up with the Frankfurt University in 2016. So I'm here now.
What was your motivation to found Premier Players International?
The motivation was, and when I came for the first time to Europe in 2011 in Vienna, there was a lot of talented kids, and they was asking me, can I help them? And at the time, I was focused on playing, and once I came back over to Germany in 2014, I said, okay, I'm getting a little older, so what I'm going to do next? And I love helping kids. And one thing that I seen when I was here for a few years, a lot of kids were going to high school, paying a lot of money to go to high schools and boarding schools and things like that. So I said that most of the kids that goes to the high schools, the ones that get scholarships, they were already good enough to get scholarships already in Europe, but just didn't have the connection to do it. So I knew that I have tons of networks, so I mean that's the overall some of the reason why I did. I wanted to help the game grow in Europe, help to show that coaches are really talented in Europe, that these kids don't necessarily need to go to high school in America to play college football, that they're already talented enough in Europe. And so like I said, that's the main reason why I started.
Pretty interesting. Could you please explain the concept of Premier Players International?
Yeah, the concept is the concept is a recruiting database that help market kids to get placement. So we kind of rank kids, we go around running camps like combines as we did today and see the most talented kids, and the kids, I would say about 80% of the kids that we helped so far came to a camp and showed themselves. And when we see these kids, we present them to the coaches that we know in the States. But most of the time, we will find the best kids and have what we call a Dreamchaser Tour. We'll speak about later that we bring all these kids and promote them and market them to schools. And like I said, I would say the overall concept in a nutshell is finding the most talented kids in Europe and getting them to play college football.
Right. Were there any troubles at first when you found Premier Players International?
It's always some hurdles because it seems as an American person coming over here to help European kids, the coaches seem like they shy away because of course a lot of organizations over the years that took the kids' money and things like that and didn't help the kids. So we had a little trouble at the beginning, but now we have 26 kids over the past 2 years get Division I scholarships. So it's coming a little more easier, but it could be more easier if more coaches would reach out and send their kids as they see that we have a great product and actually getting the kids to come from Europe to get to America and not to have to send them to high schools.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the Dreamchasers Tour. You already mentioned it before. You visited some of the best FBS colleges at the East Coast.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us more about it?
Yeah, I mean, the Dreamchasers Tour is something that I kind of came up with 2 years ago, where I know that in order for kids out here to get scholarships, they have to be seen. The coaches have to see them. So we kind of had a bus tour going on where first year we invited 14 kids all over Europe, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, Germany, Austria. I mean, maybe I'm missing a country or two, but we invited 14 kids, and out of that 14 kids, 10 of them came home with Division I scholarships. We went to Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Rutgers, UMass, and Old Dominion. I think we went to 7 or 8 different camps over a 2-week span. And the next tour we had 22 kids. Out of the 22 kids, currently 13 of them got Division I scholarship. We're looking, I think, roughly 20 of them will get scholarships before the signing day. This year we went to Ohio State again, went to Michigan State this time, we went to Florida, went to University of Virginia, where 3 kids got scholarships. Actually 5 kids got scholarships.
Also quarterback?
Actually a quarterback, and I would say that was the biggest success that we had so far, because a lot of kids were telling the kid, a lot of organizations were telling the kid, Luke Wentz, that they couldn't help him because no one's taking a German quarterback. But you know, we took it on our hands and said, okay, this kid is talented. We're going to put our brand and we're going to put our name behind this kid to help him get a scholarship, and that's what happened. We used our networks, and he performed well, and like I said, the rest is history. The first that I know, the first European quarterback to go to an FBS school. From what I know, from anybody I talked to, that was the first, and that's a Power 5 school, a Power Conference. So it's big time news. And of course, we got Julius Wilshoff in Michigan. You got Lawrence Metz in Cincinnati. You got a few kids in Rutgers. We have Martin Weinberg out of Finland, got a scholarship to Florida, so he has a choice between Florida, Nebraska, and numerous other schools. So, I mean, it's all because of the Dreamchaser Tour. The tour, I mean, we go to college, let these kids compete in front of the best players in America, and to be honest with you, the chosen group that we choose, they are actually better than a lot of the kids that's in America. So, I know it may surprise a lot of people, but these kids that we choose to come, they are what you call a 4- and 5-star recruits. So they came there and performed, and we're getting ready for the 2019 tour. So we already got about 12 kids committed to that tour. We're going to keep it between 12 and 20 unless more and more talented kids show up.
All right, let's continue with the level of European youth football.
Okay.
Do you have any suggestions how we could push it to the next level?
Yeah, push it to the next level by, it may sound, I think to push the European football in Germany and Europe as a whole to the next level, it's getting more full-time coaches in the youth program. Making sure the coaches that's coaching the kids are actually not just doing it as a hobby, but really as a profession, because it's almost like being a school teacher.
Yeah.
I think coaches should be getting paid like school teachers out here, because it's a lot of, you're developing my child, not only in football, but actually in life. So that's one of the biggest hurdles and things that I feel that can take the youth level to the extreme max, is getting the coaches paid actual money here as a profession. And as well as all the coaches helping us to see your kids, because the game won't grow if these guys are hidden behind a chair and we can't see these guys perform, and they don't come to a camp and perform. And as you see, if these guys come to camp and perform and do well, it's a good chance they'll get a Division I scholarship, and by them getting Division I scholarship, it will be better for your organization, your club. Okay, well, this guy didn't have to go to high school. He came directly from my club, and I developed this kid. Now he's a Division I football player. So it gives respect to your club, the coaches, the whole organization, and the German or European football as a whole.
Yeah. There are also at the moment some academies, football academies, like the Unicorn Academy or the Men's Academy in Paderborn.
Okay, yeah.
And the RIT Academy in, I think it's in Sweden.
Okay, yeah, the that's the first academy that's the RIT Academy was one of the first academies that I visited, and it showed me that what they're learning and developing in Sweden is actually better than a lot to most American football. high school. These guys are really trained to a high level, and it's amazing what they're doing up there with Coach Johansson and Coach Andreas. I mean, them guys, the RIT program is very high level, and Paderborn, another one. I mean, they have 2 Division I Power 5 talents coming out their program, a quarterback and an O-lineman, Kareem. And with that said, we need more and more things like that. I mean, academies that producing and getting these kids to practice more than 2 to 3 times a week. So I know for sure the RIT Academy in Sweden, they practice 5 days a week, as well as got 3 or 4 days lifting. So they got 8 to 9 total practice with film and things like that. So if we get more and more things like that, it'll actually have more and more college football players and potentially more and more NFL players, which can give money back to the Verband or whoever here to grow the game even more.
All right, let's come to an end.
Okay.
I'd like to ask you about the future. Are there any big plans in progress with Premier Players?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a couple things that I can't speak about on air right now because it's not finished, but we have some collaboration with some big time companies coming up pretty soon, and of course the Dreamchaser Tour, and more combines and camps to help these kids not only develop them as well as see who can play at the next level. So, like I said, with that said, we're growing and we're trying to get to a level where if you think about playing at the next level in Europe, PPI is the only place that you're thinking about, because I mean, and one good note on this, not one kid has paid us any money to help them get to college. So with that, I mean, I think that we're not doing it to take kids' money. I mean, of course, people have to feed their family, however they do it, but we're doing this as something to grow the sport in Europe, which we love, and to help kids organically and not try to come for their money. Which I mean, which I think should be really applauded through the European community.
Yeah. All right, that's it.
So appreciate you.